La 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 la. Am I sounding
All
good?
right, Squidward, we're on.
Hey, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your
Woo!
favorite Thursday night podcast, especially if you're a conservative. And here's why: it's a special treat for you tonight, my friends. My name is Jeremiah Campana. My co-host is Alex Medeiros, and we are your number one hosts on Thursday nights at 9:45 p.m., where one host has an American flag, the other has a library in the background. And I think I can say this with utmost confidence, folks. I can say this with utmost confidence. You are watching a political show where our opinions are objectively the best conservative opinions in conservative media.
Yeah,
I don't
if
think
we do say so.
if I do say so myself. So you are lucky, my friends, for having turned and tuned in to your favorite show. Alex, how are you doing this week?
Absolutely fantastic, brother. Thanks for asking.
Fantastic. Give me some news out of Rhode Island, man. How is Rhode Island treating you lately?
Rhode Island is all right. I looked at a study the other day. We are the worst economy in the country.
So
there's
not
that.
so great.
Unaffordability, pretty like getting high scores in that category. So,
Oof.
Yeah, Rhode Island is rough. Now, our neighbor, Massachusetts, has a thriving economy, very similar to California. Very democratic, very good economy, right? Lots of money, but lots of taxes, lots of Democrats, lots of.
So there's a trade-off there.
Yeah.
That's funny you mentioned affordability because, folks, that is our story tonight. We are going to get into. We have some conservative beef going on with the affordability crisis. So yeah, surprise, conservatives infighting with each other. Who would have thought? I would have never guessed. We were so united. We've been so united recently. I just, especially Candace Owens just really bringing us all together, and the whole Charlie Kirk thing. That everyone's just like it's settled on. I think we can all agree on the Charlie Kirk thing. It's just been peaches and cream in the conservative movement. I am shocked that we are divided over food prices. Of course, I'm being ridiculous right now because we have been divided ever since the assassination of Charlie Kirk. It's been but this is a call-in show, folks. So we are, like I said, that's going to be our lead story tonight. We are going to talk about the affordability crisis beef. Whose fault is it really? Call in. Let us know. This is a call-in show. I have an update from our favorite doctor, Alex. We do have an update. What?
Remember that meme?
Yeah. No, my friend, Dr. Fauci, give me a vaccine.
Hold on,
we need to sound clip that.
Let me go get my action figure. I'll be right back.
The bobblehead. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's in the bathroom.
Oh gosh. So we got an update on Dr. Fauci, our favorite doctor. We got a pretty. I want to say this is probably our saddest X-File. So stick around to the end of the show for our X-Files. It made me wonder if I should actually do this X-File because I was like, wow, I feel so bad.
Bad, huh?
Because what happens in this story is going to be happening all around us very soon. So, but we want your opinion, folks. This is a call-in show. Make sure you hit that like button. Help us in that algorithm. Click the share button, even if you don't share with anybody, because that is going to help us out. Just click the share button just for kicks and giggles. The link is pinned, by the way. If you do want to call in, there is the link. It's also pinned in all of our chats. Oh, and subscribe to both of our channels if you have not already. And you will see as the show goes on that we do have the best political opinions in all of conservative media, mostly peaceful Polynesian. Love the name. Very unique. Cali sucks. I agree. You know what? I'm old enough to remember when Cali didn't suck. Okay. I went in the 90s to visit California and it was awesome, but I was a kid. So maybe it just seemed awesome because I was a kid, but I visited the largest comic book store. Now it since went out of business, but the largest comic book store in the country. And it was a fantastic trip, I must say. So I'm sad at what has happened to California. Have you been to California, Alex?
No, but I'm hoping someone will pay me to fly out there and do a debate one day.
Who's that rich with food prices these days, dude? Hey, you think COVID is to blame for high grocery prices? Well, when we get to that story, my friend, please call in and defend that opinion. This isn't a debate show or anything, but we'd love to have you on and go into more details on why you think COVID and only COVID might be to blame for that. Now, of course, we got to start our show off like we start off every show with America's favorite new tradition. So if you got the family around, it's maybe time to fire up that fireplace, get some hot cocoa brewing, maybe pour a nice brandy or bourbon in your glass, and gather the family around because your favorite and mine, we are about to roast some white liberal females. And I was going to cue the song up and play it, but now I can't find it.
Can't find the song.
I can't find the song.
I have it right here. Ready?
Boomer, play it. Hit it.
White liberal women are
awful pleasing them is impossible.
Ladies, why so hostile? Audience, grab a drink and follow. Come laugh with us. Watch them wallow.
Oh, you know what? I forgot. Crinkle Hands created a intro for that for us, and I didn't load it up and play it. I'm a terrible human being.
You are a terrible human being, but that's for other reasons that we already knew.
for sure. We do have an outro. I do have that queued up. So he did make an outro for us. Shout out. We have the best fans. Our fans bought us these hats. Our fans made us an outro for the show and made us an intro for that song. So Alex, do you have anything on the docket tonight? Well, I get mine pulled up here as far as
Rand Paul, but that's not for right now. So no, I don't have any white liberal women to roast for us right now.
Okay. I'm ashamed of you because usually you're the Instagram guy. So usually you find the good ones on Instagram that I don't find. But I got one. Now this, Alex, we're no stranger to this type of behavior. I still think it's weird. And I think it's weird that anybody would go into a public place, into a public dog park like this. Look how angry the dogs are. I really want one of these dogs to just attack him.
Yeah, but then my dog's in trouble because you wanted to be an idiot. I gotta I gotta put my dog down because you want to roll around in leather. I know this guy though. It's not legit.
It's not a what?
Like he legitimately did this, but not because he thinks he's a dog. He wanted to be outrageous.
Oh, you think this is only for clicks? You don't think he's a weirdo?
Yeah, no. If you go to the original source and you look at the guy's videos, he does stuff like this all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this the same
Still
guy?
Very weird.
No, it's extremely weird. I wouldn't do that for clicks. Because there's I could push the limits of my comfort zone a little bit. But
yeah,
could you imagine? Yeah, we would have to blur that video if he did a number 2. But would you have to euthanize your dog though if you were the moron who came into the dog park dressed like a dog, in leather, acted like a dog, played fetch, which means you're stealing toys from a dog, right? So you're doing all these things to really antagonize the animals. So if my dog attacks you at that point, I don't think, speaking of dogs, my dog's there's no French fries there, Cooper. I think you have a good court case. I think the courts would be on your side should your pit bull maul the moron acting like he deserves to be there. But that's just, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it depends on what state you live in. Some states more friendly. This next one is British. Okay, so it's not necessarily an American white liberal, but nonetheless a white liberal that deserves to be roasted. I will figure out this technology. See, Alex left me hanging here. I got to figure out all this technology by myself. Here we go.
English is a bastard language.
Whoa, lady. Coming out strong and harsh. Excuse you.
This is what you're fighting to protect. There's a language that's not even its own. It's a bastardization of Greek, Old Norse, Latin. It's a complete bastardization, and this is what we're wasting the House's time fighting for?
Well, there's something extremely ironic about you having a problem with the English language. If you know what it is, chat, let me drop the answer in the chat. What is a bit ironic about this entire tirade?
Sorry, I know no one wants to say it straight up, but these snowflakes over here, bunch of snowflakes that hear the word Aotearoa and cry themselves to sleep over there. No personal.
There's nobody sitting there. I find that hilarious that the cameraman, look at all them snowflakes. My goodness, they're everywhere.
What they do, they cry when they hear the word Aotearoa. They stand up and point of order it in this house. Yeah, that's how weak they are. They can't. They see Te Reo Māori and they shout.
Okay, lady, I'm done with you. But what's ironic about that? Can anybody tell me?
All I know is it's 100 times worse listening to a woman nag with that accent.
That's true. That is true. I'll give you that, man. That's
Gives me a headache.
That's why I stopped her early. That's why I stopped her early. She's a migraine waiting to happen. But the fact that she's going on a rampage about English language, speaking English, like, okay, lady, if you hate it so much, then stop using it. What the, yes, yeah, okay, I'm a patriot. Yeah, she's speaking English.
Yeah, that's
thank you.
Just absolutely insane. It's like how many clips have we seen? I think we played a couple on this show where it's like white people belong in jail. And it's like some white girl. It's like, hold on, wait a minute.
Are you saying you belong in jail, miss? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. True statement, but why does it matter? So yeah, that's true. Even if English is a bastard language, who cares? What's it?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with anything?
And I don't think anybody's fighting for a specific language. Pretty sure it's a culture.
Culture first, language. Is language part of culture?
Yeah, but
Are they?
Nobody's like,
are they so
I
intertwined?
need to preserve my language.
I guess. Well, I guess if I don't know any other languages, I might, like if we stopped speaking English and everyone went to Spanish, I'd be screwed. I'd have to learn Spanish. I'd have to do things. Okay.
Yeah.
Stop putting that accent on there. Like everyone, literally everybody says it with an accent. And it's like, do you see the accent on my name anywhere? No. So stop using it. But I get it. That's the thing. Italians and Spanish get confused all the time. I've come to terms with it. I've just accepted it as the fact of my reality that I will always be confused with the Spanish language. Okay. Well, Alex, this next one's a doozy for you. I don't know if I could play all 2 minutes of it, but boy, oh boy. We have, for the first time ever, folks, this is the first time that you will see two charismatics having a full-on conversation in tongues. This is quite the sight to see. Speaking of language.
At the D-Realms Training Center in Ennis, Texas, during a one-on-one session, a saint approached the bondservant of Christ, John, with a question.
Listen, I see you in all my dreams. My tongues has changed.
Well, first of all, if you come up to me and if you're a stranger and you tell me that, I see you in all my dreams, red flags immediately coming up. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
Just the last time I seen you.
What followed was an exchange in tongues.
Yes. God is in prison. I just keep seeing you, man. My tongues has changed so many times.
You're part of our tribe.
You can't live it.
Is this how demons talk to each other?
Is this how demons talk to each other? That's a great question. But to carry on the charade through this whole conversation, and the camera cuts are just golden. Wait, what is she doing?
She's catching it. She's like, "Oh, what's how? I feel it. I feel it."
She's talking to herself.
She's gonna pass out.
Communicating with the tongues of realms. I'm unfamiliar
Sounds
with
like
that
the aliens
biblical.
from Halo 2. Yeah, I don't know what the heck that was, but might as well be some white liberal woman at that point.
I had never seen two people speak tongues try to actually communicate with each other and then carry on the charade. Like, you have to really buy in, right? To like,
yeah, there's some
hold a
premeditation there.
For sure. Walnut Warrior says, "Oh, I was going to read his message out loud." And you, what other languages?
Whoa. Hold on, sorry. Go ahead. There you go. Language is a major part of culture. If we spoke Arabic here, the culture would be nothing alike. I don't know. I agree. Language is a major part of culture. But I don't think merely changing a language would change the culture. I do think that cultures grew up with languages.
Yeah, I see. You can, because to use a biblical example here, right? There's neither Jew nor Greek or slave nor free, right? We were all in Christ, right? So that would transcend all language barriers. So my brother in Christ who speaks Greek or whatever, Arabic, if he had the same biblical values that I do, I don't think that the language would change those values necessarily. And I think you could probably apply that even in a non-biblical sense, I think. Yeah. Anything to add on that?
No, I think you're right. I think that languages come from the Tower of Babel, right? Other than that, we would be speaking one language. And I think that I don't think language determines culture, but I do think that languages become like signified by culture. Like, you can think of Arabic and you'll think of a certain culture, but I don't think that's causative. I think it's just correlative.
I see. And then what did that guy say? He said, what other languages does Trump know? What other languages does he need to know? Because we live in America, baby.
Yeah.
I don't need to know any other languages. All right. So all right, Alex, I last time I asked you, go ahead.
My language is American.
Now, Alex, last time I quizzed you on celebrities, you failed me greatly. Right?
Well, you quoted celebrities that were alive when I wasn't.
First of all, I've quoted celebrities that are still alive. I believe it was Richard Gere, who was still alive. You had no idea who that was. Alex,
is he though?
Fair. Do you know who Julia Roberts is?
I've heard the name. Name a famous movie.
The one where she's in one with, I believe, Richard Gere, where she's the prostitute who oh my god.
Whoa. It's a family-friendly show, Jeremiah.
And he ends up like falling in love with her. Oh my gosh, it's like her most famous movie. I can't remember the name of it. Chat, help me out here. What is Julia Roberts' most famous movie with Richard Gere?
Pretty Woman?
Yes. Pretty woman.
that-
She's in
that
Ocean's
movie.
11. She's in like everything, man. She was like,
Yeah.
whatever. Anyways, so
12.
she's like,
She was in Hook.
Yes. She's in-
Charlotte's Web.
She's in everything.
The Mexican racist.
Julia Roberts is a racist. No, but Julia Roberts, Hollywood elite, has a very, speaking of Dr. Fauci, a very, very embarrassing moment.
Oh, this is Julia.
Rad-
Wait, no, that's a talk show host right there, right?
That we have.
This is Julia Roberts.
Is she a talk show host now?
I don't think so.
I see her all the time. She just has bad takes all the time then.
Probably because she's definitely a liberal elitist, so it's definitely quite possible. 9 of you watching, hit that thumbs up button. We are roasting white liberals right now. If you want to join in, this is a call-in show. The link is posted and pinned. That's the word I'm looking for in the chat.
Yeah, she does have a podcast. Okay, because I see her. I see her clips all the time.
Yeah. This might be her podcast, but she usually has people groveling at her feet.
Maybe the coolest man on the planet right now. Wow, and there's the room. This is intense. Does anybody else have?
Hello. Hi there.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, this is such a thrill. How are you?
Pretty good, I guess. It's a little bit like running on fumes for a couple of months, but
I would imagine this is a thrill for me.
Look. He is loving, giddy at the attention that he's getting.
Because you truly have emerged as a personal hero for me, and you've been this true north, I think, for a lot of people, and it's so deeply, deeply appreciated. So just to have this little corner of your time for us is such a joy. So thank you.
It's my pleasure to be with you, Ms. Robertson, and thank you for doing this. It's very important.
Golly, you're really like my personal hero right now.
My personal hero.
You know, he went and he wrote in his diary after this, right?
Yes, he did.
No, literally. And he said, Julia Roberts gets nervous around me. Oh, geez, golly.
That's exactly what happened, because he's such a creepy weirdo. Justice for all the beagles Fauci abused. Amen. He's the dog abuser. Sick stuff, like letting them get eaten alive by bugs. Like, just, my goodness. We have a comment. We have a Vladimir Putin fan in the chat. Submit to Mother Russia. Putin maxing. Interesting for you to choose this podcast to do that, buddy. But hey, while you're here, hit that thumbs up button for your boys. If Putin wants to cut me a check, I'll Putin max for you. Oh my gosh, dude. I got one here. This is definitely a white liberal woman. Can I play this? Is this safe to play?
It's all right.
Oh man, I'm only gonna watch a few seconds of it because it's really gay. It's really gay.
Are we gonna catch it?
We might catch it. We might, bro. you know how that stuff goes. Anyway, here we go. Me when ICE calls to get info about a patient. So this is an anti-ICE nurse at a hospital. Libs of TikTok has it, but where is it? Los Angeles. Oh, not shocker.
Oh, shocker.
Well, here's how he gets when ICE calls to ask about patients.
Here I am, Alabama. You really dumb enough to think I'd tell you anything, you dumb dirty hoe. I wouldn't tell you what color socks I got on.
Okay, we're done with that.
Nice. There goes our podcast demonetized.
Copyright
claimed.
Hey, it has to be more. It has to be a certain amount of time that it plays to get copyrighted. I think it's got to be.
You want to bet on this?
Yeah, no, for sure.
All right, $5.
$5.
We get copyrighted.
How many seconds did that play? How many seconds did that play?
At least 6.
At least 6 seconds. Okay, I think we're good. I'll take that bet.
All right,
$5. Virtual handshake. All right. You heard it here first, folks. Twerking for criminals.
Someone copyright me.
The fact that it's right now, don't you dare cost me that $5, chat. Don't do it. This man doesn't need $5. I need $5. The burritos are too expensive.
Someone listens to too much Timcast.
Too much Timcast.
I know. I get all the references because I'm starting to listen to too much Timcast.
Yeah. After that, I need my palate cleansed because I just like watching a dude twerk is just like makes me want to vomit in my mouth. So we got Senator Kennedy, who's one of my favorite senators as far as sound clips go. Let's hear him pwn some noobs.
Do you think we ought to put people in jail for cheating?
Senator, I do not believe states are cheating.
Now, let's some context. Medicaid fraud is what they're talking about.
You don't believe that?
I do not believe that.
If they were cheating, what planet did you just parachute in from? Sir? You don't
I've worked on this. I've worked on this program for a long time.
But I'm be sure
it's not
understand.
perfect,
You don't believe
states do not
You don't
cheat.
believe states are cheating.
I do not believe states are
Do you
cheating.
believe in the tooth fairy? Sir? Do you believe in the Easter Bunny? Do you believe that Jimmy Hoffa died of natural causes? You're not answering.
I do not believe states are cheating in their administration of the Medicaid program.
Okay. I'm glad you have some water in front of you because your pants are on fire.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
Have you ever seen a compilation of all his sayings?
No,
He's
is
like,
it good?
He's like, you're sweating like a cricket up a creek. You're like, what did you just say?
I love it. Love it. Love it. Not long enough for copyright infringement. Ha! You owe me $5 maybe. We'll wait.
Dominique,
Dominique,
you better bankroll your boy when he loses his bet then.
No, don't help him out. Don't strike us with a copyright. Don't strike us with a copyright. We love Senator Kennedy from Louisiana. Hey, we love the state of Louisiana. Amen. Go Kennedy. Go Kennedy. He's all right. Who chat? I want your opinion too. Brandon Gill or Kennedy?
Brandon Gill, sorry.
Brandon Gill? Okay, he's your boy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go with I don't know, man, because Kennedy has a longer
Brandon Gill's 32.
It's true, but Kennedy has a longer discography of material. You know, Brandon Gill just got there.
I know that's why it's like LeBron versus Michael, right? Like Michael's old news. Sorry.
Oh, whoa, Michael's still the greatest, sir. Oh, we're not. You want to have this debate? I will debate you on that. All right, you want to get me into the debate world? I will take you.
Get
on
me my
one.
weak spot.
Sports, baby.
Yes, the Ohio Patriot has taste.
All right. Hey, listen, I'm not saying it's not
they're
Brandon
both
Gill.
great.
I'm just saying an argument could be had that it could be Kennedy. I wouldn't just hand Brandon Gill without hearing the arguments for both sides. Okay. I like to gather my information. Kennedy is too much comedy with no real results. Fair assessment. I don't know too much about that, about his results record or what he votes for and against and what bills he's brought to the table as far as any of that goes. I don't know about that stuff. That's why I would love to hear the arguments. All right, Alex, I got
You think we ought
I got several I could play. Let's go two more and then we'll jump into our stories. Let's do two more. I got this one that is kind of disturbing when you think about what's going on. This lady is the director of education and administration in what state is this? I want to say North Carolina, but I could be wrong.
The most critical time to be there is grades 5 through 8 because you want to catch kids when they're starting puberty, because that's the time in which identity formation is central to their lives.
She's describing when's a good time to brainwash your children in public education with gender ideology.
However, early intervention is key. So we actually are designing a kindergarten through grade 2 curriculum this summer. And I will tell you, one of the most rewarding experiences, Nikki, we were in a local school system in an elementary school.
And little Susie
And
came up
we
to
were
me and
in
said,
grades
I
3,
want a
4, and
wiener.
5.
What's that?
And little Susie came up to me and said, I want a wiener.
Oh, it's worse.
And after we were there, 5 students went to the principal's office and came out. So we are really intentionally going into younger and younger grades.
They're telling you what they're doing. We intentionally go into younger and younger grades. None of them kids that came out are gay. I'm telling you right now, it's fake gayness.
Yeah. And I can convince all of my kids to go tell my wife that they're gay.
And
right.
Right.
Like,
not only that, Ohio Patriots right. Like, this lady doesn't even know when kids hit puberty. 5 to 8. Like, is she insane? 12 of you watching, hit that thumbs up button. This is a call-in show.
if
The
you
link
hit
is
puberty
pinned.
at 5 to 8, that's literally what puberty blockers were made for originally, was for kids with diseases of hitting puberty that early.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they turned it into a crazy abomination. Waking up triggered every day will do this to a person. I mean, yeah, that's science. That is a scientific fact. Crinkle hands with the science. She said the best time to catch children. She's a predator. Exactly. These people are predators. The fact that we allow them in public schools is an abomination. An abomination. Groomers.
Give them special seats.
People in jail
You're exactly.
for cheating.
Whoa. Hold on.
Senator,
Hold on now. I got one more for you, Alex. This
Excuse me,
is-
ma'am. Senator Gill has some questions for you.
Oh, 100%. All right, I got one more for us. This is probably I'll say the biggest Karen of all time. Okay, so a mom in Illinois.
Timmy's playing with a Barbie. Time for HRT.
Yes, 100%. Again, 10. I know I keep harping on it, but get us in that algorithm, folks. Hit that share button, hit that like button, subscribe to our channels. This is a call-in show. We want people in the chat that aren't afraid to call in and let us know their opinions on some things. Now, Alex, this next video, this last one before we get into our headline story, this might be the biggest Karen of all time, right? So a mom in Illinois, it's summertime, right? In the Midwest, you know, even east where you are in Rhode Island, there's seasons, right? You don't get summertime. You don't get hot all year round. So you got to take advantage of those summer months. So if you have a pool in the Midwest or on the East Coast, you have about 3 months, or 4 if you're lucky, to use that swimming pool. So a mom, hardworking mom in Illinois, spends weeks putting up a pool, leveling the ground and getting everything ready for the ultimate Karen to ruin the summer fun.
We're on my property.
You really hate kids that much?
Why did she do that?
She didn't like the noise of the kids playing in the pool. So she got rid of the pool. What a Karen.
What's your first move?
My first move? I mean, there's not much I can do because it's not a dude. Otherwise, I'm knocking on his door and we're going to have some words. But since it's a woman, I don't, you know, my wife's not like a fighter. I don't know if I'm sending her over there. So I don't know, man.
All right. Is it okay if I send my 8-year-old son? That's an even match.
Yeah, I think that's fine. That's fine. Crinkle Hands thinks it's rage bait. You think that was a setup?
Could be. I mean, it's pretty rageful.
It is pretty rageful. That also will.
You wake up in the morning and go to work, right?
Yep.
And the pool's flat. You're like, oh man, an animal got to it. Or something.
Yes, that's the first thing I'm thinking. Yeah.
Oh, I wonder what did it. I'll look at the ring camera later. I'm gonna go to work. You're at work,
Yeah.
right? It's lunchtime. You're like, hey, man, as well look at the ring camera, right? Oh, that, and then maybe some choice words.
Yep.
And
hopefully you don't get fired because no one heard that. Yeah.
yeah. Then what? You can't really do much. What do you sue her? Ooh.
Right. Yeah. You call the police, they'll go over and like talk to her, but that's about it, right? It's like,
Because then what is it? Isn't it civil at that point? I don't know.
yeah,
No, it's
civil.
vandalism. That's
You could-
criminal.
You could take her to small claims court.
And you can press charges for vandalism. That's a crime, right?
That it is a crime. She'll get a slap on the wrist for that. And that might make her life a little bit, a little annoying to her.
All right, here's what I do, Jeremiah. I'm petty. You heard it here first. I'm petty. I'm just saying there are certain websites that give out free shipping boxes. Some of them let you order 10,000 of them. And they even let you write whatever you want on them. Isn't that crazy?
That's pretty crazy. So you're saying if she got 10,000 packages of what, empty boxes? Or just empty boxes?
Yeah, just empty, folded up boxes with one message on them. Whatever you want.
10,000 of them, huh? Okay,
And they cost you nothing.
I love that idea. That is the genius idea for sure. That is the genius idea. You could pay money and ship her glitter, and she opens a box and glitter explodes in her face.
Yeah, and then it gets like testy though, because like, oh, it's a salt because the glitter got in her eye and made her cry.
Maybe. Back in my day when I was a drunken idiot, I probably would wait till nighttime and then go like slash all four tires on her car. That's, that might be something I would do. Dominique, I mean, would it be worth it? Because if you're suing, right, you got to get a lawyer, you got to find the time. Is it even going to be worth it for you at that point if you're suing her? I don't know.
If you have the extra money and time, you go buy 3 pools and invite all your kids' friends over.
There you go. But speaking of money, Alex, don't you know, buddy, nobody has any of that anymore, which leads us to our lead story of the evening, folks. We're going to start with setting the groundwork here so you kind of know where this conversation, how we ended up with conservative infighting about this. So grocery prices jumped 33%, which is the biggest surge in 50 years. Oh, by the way, folks, I forgot to mention, after we cover our lead stories, we do have our new segment, Rapid Fire, where we're going to jump through about 20 headlines or as many as we can get through in a short amount of time. And we're going to give you the hottest takes on each headline. But first, Alex, I feel this, okay? Like this, I can tell by what it costs to feed my family that these grocery jumps are real. Like this isn't a made up thing.
Yeah.
Okay. The price of groceries has climbed 33% since the beginning of 2019, the biggest increase in half a century, forcing millions of Americans to rethink what they buy, how they feed their families, according to a sweeping news report. In the contrast with the recent past is stark. During the 7.5 years before 2019, the cost of food purchased for use at home only rose 6.4%. That's realistic. That is something American families can deal with. The latest federal figures show that the pressure has not ended. The food at home index rose another 0.2% in June and stood 2.7% higher than it had a year earlier. Fruits and vegetables increased 5.3% year over year, while the broader cost of living rose 3.5%. That distinction helps explain the disconnect between slower inflation and the experience families have at the checkout line. A lower inflation rate, and a lot of people get this wrong. A lower inflation rate means prices are rising slowly. It does not undo the accumulated increase that has already taken place. A lot of people think like, oh, inflation is plummeting. Yeah, that just means prices are increasing more slowly. It's not undoing all the damage that the prior inflation has already done. A lot of Americans get that wrong. The historic run-up has no single cause, it says. That can be debated. Pandemic supply disruptions, droughts, hurricanes, bird flu, shrinking cattle herd, reduced supplies, Russia's war with Ukraine. I heard fertilizer actually is a huge factor in the cost of goods, the cost of your groceries. So that war in Ukraine, which Trump promised he would end and has not done it yet, is huge. Tariffs. Tariffs. I don't know enough about the tariffs to blame the tariffs. Renewed conflict in the Middle East. The war spike came in 2022 when Biden was in office, of course, which probably this is one of the things that cost him the election. Good thing for us. When overall food prices rose 9.9%, the fastest increase since 1979. The Consequences are visible at the family dinner tables, my friend. In Cleveland, Texas, it's Cleveland, Texas. That's crazy. Is that Cleveland, Ohio's sister city? 60-year-old who lives with her adult daughter and 3 grandchildren. So there are times where they can only afford 1 full meal a day. So even if you can only afford 1 full meal a day on your phone, on your paycheck, here's something else that shouldn't be the case, which we'll get to. It shouldn't take you an hour's worth of labor to pay for 1 burrito either, which we'll get to burritos here and how that Matt Walsh started a firestorm with that. The family has replaced brand name. I don't know about you, but we've been buying a lot of grocery store brands as opposed to the brand name stuff. Beef is crazy right now. An average of $6.82 a pound. Like, that is insane. The department now expects beef prices to rise 10.7%. So they're going to go up even more. Fresh vegetables are going to go up even more. It's just crazy. Average Americans spend an average of 12.9% of their pre-tax income on food at home and in restaurants in 2024. Among the lowest earning fifths of households, however, food consumed 33% of pre-tax income. The strain has become a political liability, which needs to be addressed ASAP. Trump told Congress in February that inflation was plummeting, but again, inflation plummeting isn't rolling back the prices. It's just slowing the growth. Incomes were rising, but incomes are barely above. The USDA expects another rise of 3.1%. I think wages, one of these articles I'm about to share has the wage increase. So you can see that it's like wages have only increased by 0.2% more than inflation. So like the profit margin is slim. So I don't know, Alex, are you feeling it at your house or what?
Yeah, absolutely. At the same time that all of this happened, my wife decided that we shouldn't eat a bunch of junk food and we should try to eat healthier.
Sure.
So now we spend way more money, get absolutely a ton of less food. And I mean, it is what it is. I spend around $250 a week on toiletries and groceries. It's definitely one of my biggest bills. I have 3 children. Again, I live in Rhode Island. Cost of living here is pretty high.
Yeah.
But it looks like cost of groceries are pretty high for everyone right now.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm old enough to remember when $100 of groceries could feed you for the whole week. Now $100 might buy you 3-4 days.
Yeah.
Depending on what you're buying and what, you know, like, and so of course the tone deaf conservative influencers had to weigh in on this. So let's start with Joel Berry. So Joel Berry, conservative influencer, is this, I don't know how to blow this up. Can you see that all right?
Boom.
So last night, so Andrew Colvett, who works for TPUSA, was talking about, he did
kind of the face of TPUSA right now.
Yeah. And he talked about how, students were talking about affordability. A burrito shouldn't cost $20. Exactly. If you make $20 an hour, like, it shouldn't take you an hour's worth of labor for a freaking burrito. But Joel Berry chimed in and said, last night my wife made homemade burritos for our family of 8, and it cost less than $20 total for everyone. I'm beginning to think the affordability crisis is really an I don't know how to cook crisis. So yeah, let's slander our conservative young voters, like by telling them that they actually just don't know how to cook, which is ridiculous. So Matt Walsh chimes in. One of the problems with this claim is that virtually no Republican was making the affordability crisis is fake argument during the Biden years. Exactly. Thank you for calling that out, Matt Walsh. It's extremely transparent to everyone that the unwillingness to acknowledge these obvious economic challenges as at least partially politically motivated. The second problem is that no matter how thrifty your family might be, and no matter how cheap your homemade burritos, the significant rise in grocery prices over the last 6 years, as we've just read in that article, and the fact that the rise is continuing and not stopping, and certainly not reversing, is just a mathematical reality. It can't be denied. It is a fact. Grocery prices gone up by 30%. He was 3% off. I'm happy for you, and if your family isn't significantly impacted by this problem, but it's real, it's a problem, and conservatives better come up with an answer that isn't just learn how to make cheap burritos, or we will get crushed which we're already in danger of being crushed in the midterms, that's another reality. I think Matt Walsh, I don't know. What do you think? He nailed it right on the head there.
Yeah, I think he nailed it right on the head. I don't think this is a problem that we can solve with government. I don't think you can govern yourself into a better economy. I think we all have to step up and make our economy better.
Give me some examples.
I think that government can add lubricant to an economy, but an economy is useful when everybody is producing. So if we want cheaper products, we have to produce more, we have to work more. But we also can't complain about higher grocery prices when we forced farmers to fire or replace illegal alien workers with higher paid American workers. You can't have your cake and eat it too. We've been subsidizing our groceries with cheap foreign labor, and now we're taking that cheap foreign labor away, at least a little bit, which I'm sure has upped the prices in America for food. It has to.
What about what about so we import a lot of beef. I think making our farmers compete with foreign markets as well is probably costing some money. We also make it illegal for a farmer, and this was huge. Oh my gosh, what was this, 2022? Amos Miller, an Amish farmer, was trying to sell milk, raw milk to his community, and he ended up in a never-ending. FBI just came in and wiped him out. He's in never-ending litigation because the state sued him for doing that because the government has so much red tape put up
for our
just to be able. Yeah, for our safety, just to be able for you to be able to sell your goods. Like it's illegal for me in Ohio to, depending on what city I'm living in Columbus, this is illegal for sure. I can't have a garden and then I can't just like sell my neighbor the tomatoes that I grew. Like I have to go get like permits and like and I have to spend money and they have to come like send the FDA out to check and make sure everything I'm doing is sanitary, and it's just all this red tape. So, eliminate a lot of that red tape so that people can feed their own neighbors, I think would do a lot of good as well. And I
think that will help. I think that our only hope is to dramatically improve production. And I do think there is a path forward with that with AI. I think AI and robotics, I think here's how the government can help the economy. Pour money and lift regulations for data centers. Pump AI into this economy. Get actual robots replacing these workers instead.
Oh, right.
And yes, some people will have to find new jobs. That's life. Your job is always up for grabs. If something or someone can do it better and cheaper and faster, you're out of a job. That's life. We need to learn new skills, get new jobs. But it will be better for everyone if, yes, say all ranchers needed to get a new job. That would suck. We need to help them. We need to figure out how they can get a new job and learn a new skill in society. But what if beef was 100 times cheaper for everyone?
Well,
how would that not help our society? How would that not be beneficial?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, we'd all be eating good. We'd all be eating that.
I don't know if AI could get beef down to 100 times cheaper.
Sure.
But there are foods that they could 100% get down to really cheap with robots.
I can go with that. I do think government does play a little more of a role than maybe you were thinking. And here's one that I just thought of, thanks to you, Ohio Patriot. U.S. taxes paid exceed total spending on food, clothing, and shelter combined in the aggregate across the whole country. So maybe we are also getting taxed way too much as well. If we had more money in our pockets, maybe we wouldn't be feeling the inflation. So I think what you're proposing is a solution to the overall problem. I think we wouldn't be feeling the problem as bad. Ohio Patriot could point out if we had more money in our pockets to spend on the food in the first place.
Fair enough. Now, what do you think about, speaking of groceries, obviously, Mom Donnie new grocery stores. It's going to spend about 70 million on 5 grocery stores over the next like 8 years or something like that.
Yep, that's going to kill competition, and there'll be bread lines in those neighborhoods before you know it.
And this is what you get. This is what you get. You get 30% off for 1 week out of the month.
Yep.
So really, you get a 7. So he's building massive. I mean, the liability, the organization, the manpower, the time, the energy, the taking buildings that other people could rent and renting that, all this stuff for a 7.5% discount on my groceries.
Right. Well,
that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, well, the back and forth did get more people chimed in, of course. So Jackie Shea came at Matt Walsh, said few people are denying the crisis. I think the bigger question is why we're talking about it now, right before the midterms. Well, because now is when it matters, idiot. This is the biggest talking point of the surging socialists. We're not preventing them from taking power by harping on it ourselves. We can't ignore it, lady. We're validating and helping them. Yes, we need to deal with it, but it will take years of truly conservative policies, which nobody seems to have the stomach for, to do it. If we're going to talk about this, then we should do it in the context of conservative solutions, deregulation, etc. If not, we're just nodding along with the socialist. Matt Walsh clapped back, said, what? Are you suggesting that denying the problem before the midterms is a better way to win votes? If you're worried about the political implications, and you should be, then that's all the more reason to address the issue head on. I can't believe this has to be explained. Again, I'm with Matt Walsh on this one. You can't just ignore it. You cannot just ignore it. We have a short bus guy in the, hold on, I want to play this one first before you bring that up.
Okay.
Look, the facts, buddy. POTUS inherited the best economy in the world. Plus, POTUS' dumb decisions of invading third world countries has to stabilize the world economy, eliminate the silly tariffs. First of all, you can make an argument for the Iran war, but he did not inherit the best economy. That's just objectively false, my friend. Objectively false.
He's actually, if you didn't know, he's not anti-Trump. He's just a really, really big, massive JD Vance fan because he wants Trump to resign so that the VP can take over.
Okay. I mean, but anyways, the feud went on. The Italian
Bugs,
Texan
actually.
stallion.
You'll eat bugs and be happy.
Right. Yeah. You'll eat the. I easily support a family of 6 using a community college education. The solution isn't whining about the economy. Stop. Like that's like people who with like conservative voters who have real problems with what's going on. You can't just tell us we're whining. That's just retarded. It's making better financial choices in your life. People who cite the economy just want to avoid accountability for their poor choices in life. That's probably the dumbest argument of any conservative could ever make. Matt Walsh says, I support a family of 8 with no college education at all. You don't impress me. I'm not talking about our economic problems because I'm personally suffering. I'm talking about it because a lot of people are suffering. I don't need to be personally hurt by something in order to care about it. If you're a patriot, then you should want America to be a nation where normal people can afford to buy a house and feed their families, regardless of your own personal financial situations.
I've never understood the get a better job argument.
Yeah, me neither. It's like learn to code. It's the same thing that Biden told us. Learn to code.
No, it's because we need someone needs to do certain jobs. Now, do we need fast food workers? No, I think we can go without fast food. But do we need most of these jobs? So
right.
What are we going to pay them? We need to pay them a living wage.
For sure. Or like you said, if you have robots doing it, the food will be cheaper. And then that labor market can put itself somewhere else useful, hopefully. That's why I don't believe in bailouts, because if a business is failing, those people will be out of a job, but that labor market can go into better companies. You know what I mean? Like if I'm working for a company that sucks and they can't make a profit, well, my labor would be better used at a company that can.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that having cheaper products will allow people to have more money to invest into the economy, start more businesses, hire more people. There are bigger and better problems to solve out there. We need to move on.
100%. Ohio Patriot calling you out, Alex.
Well, a man can't yawn. I'm a hardworking American patriot, husband, father of 3, full-time job, business, YouTube channel. A man can't yawn. Come on, cut me some slack.
Come on. Hey, man, you feel free to call into the show and tell us what's so funny about being Christian patriots. But hey, speaking of JD Vance, he did weigh in on this, and this will be the last part of this story. Call in the show if you have any opinions about the affordability crisis. The link is pinned in the comments. Hit that like button and subscribe and share the show. So Mark Thiessen, also a conservative influencer, talking talking like an idiot about this stuff. JD Vance had to weigh in on it, right? But it was writer and podcaster Mark Thiessen who took issue with the comments about burritos, how Joel Berry was talking about the burritos and everybody made it about the burritos. Crimea River, the burritos in the college cafeteria are included in your meal plan, to which Vice President JD Vance remarked, I'm surprised to hear Mark say this. If you've ever met him in person, it's quite obvious the man has never missed a burrito. Thank you, JD Vance, for standing up for us. Yeah, JD Vance. Oh, yeah, here it is. The 3.5% was the inflation as of June 26, compared to a wage growth of just 3.8%. So I was right. I was wrong by 0.1%. So 0.3% difference there. Not much room for error as far as that goes. But let's look. Mark Thiessen, was JD Vance right? Does this look like a man who's never missed a burrito? I don't know. I mean, he's not skinny, but I don't know if I'd say he's a fat boy.
It's just because we're all so fat now that you don't even know what fat really is anymore.
That's quite possible. That's quite possible, my friend. That's quite possible. Do we have
as our resident Zionist, we have a chatter for you.
Okay.
Mr. Campagnana.
Is it this one? Do you guys agree with Trump?
Well, for one, you literally support burning Christian children alive.
I do.
Jeremiah paused his burning a Christian child alive today to do this podcast. So
I took a timeout from that. I took a 20-second timeout, like they do in the NBA, to stop the burning of Christian children alive. Thank you very much. That makes me the perfect Christian.
Stopped Nero LARPing.
I've been following the law perfectly for the last, I don't know, 30 minutes or so. So come at me, bro. Come at me.
Because there are Christians in Gaza being killed right alongside the Muslims. Jeremiah, how can you be a Christian and a Zionist when they're killing Christians in Gaza?
Well, as everybody knows, Christian Zionism means that we support genocide.
Everything.
Because the Bible also supports genocide. So, and everything, yes, everything the modern state of Israel does is basically what Jesus would do. So, is what it is. Get over it.
Oh, man.
Okay. So that is the lead story. If you have an opinion on that, feel free to call in. We will hear you out, friend or foe. We are nice guys, despite the roasting that we do on the show of our chatters. Hit that like button. Now, I got to update. Alex, I told you I had an update on our favorite doctor. And boy, is it a glorious update indeed. As soon as I find the link of the bajillion links that I have up here. Okay, I found it. Ladies and gentlemen, can we get the round of applause queued up, Alex? Can you cue me up? Can you cue me up a round of applause here? Because this deserves, I think, a round of applause. Let me know when you're ready for it, and I will unveil the news.
Ready.
Senate committee votes to hold Fauci in contempt of Congress. Oh, that was the weakest. We need a better sound for our applause. That's like in a local theater.
No,
all right. Just hit me with there we go. Yes, James Brown. That'll do it. Celebration time, baby. Republicans in the Senate Homeland Government Affairs Committee on Thursday voted to hold Dr. Anthony Fauci in contempt of Congress. The committee.
So why did they need to vote to do this?
That's a great question. If someone in the chat, Ohio Patriot, looking at you, can tell us why they needed to vote.
It wasn't like at the end of the vote, they were like, all right, here's the warrant, go get him. It was a vote to refer or to suggest to the DOJ that they arrest him.
It will now head to the full Senate, where it would require 60 votes. It is unlikely the Fauci resolution would receive enough support in the full Senate to pass. We'll see. We'll see. But committee chairman Rand Paul reports he is opting instead to immediately send it to the Department of Justice, in hopes that they will take action. Justice Department spokesperson told ABC News in a statement, "We have received the document, we are reviewing it, and we will work with the Senate accordingly." Paul said Fauci could not plead the fifth, given he was preemptively pardoned by President Joe Biden out of fear of political prosecution. We are voting on whether a witness who has received the benefit of sweeping federal pardon can be ordered by this committee to answer questions and then defy that order without consequence. The Senate should reject Senator Paul's, so this lawyer said they should reject Paul's meritless, politically motivated contempt resolution. For years, Senator Paul has proclaimed to anyone who will listen that Dr. Fauci should be prosecuted and put in prison. He should be prosecuted and put in Guantanamo Bay. Not just prison, like the worst prison. He deserves the worst, like no bed, like concrete, just concrete and a blanket, not even a pillow.
Megan loves to treat herself,
but yeah, so it's with the DOJ right now. We're trying to bypass the Senate. We'll see what happens. I mean, I don't know. What do you think is going to happen?
I don't know. I don't think anything's going to happen, unfortunately. How long can you hold someone in jail for contempt? Let's say they throw the book at him. 3 months.
How long can you hold someone in jail for contempt?
And put contempt of Congress.
Oh, contempt of Congress. Fine. Let's see what good old AI has to say for us. Reading the search results, generating an answer, up to 1 year in jail. Okay. Hey, it's better than nothing. It's better than nothing. So
you think Fauci's gonna have a real jail experience if he goes to jail?
I don't know, man. I can hope, can't I? I can hope and pray and wish.
Man of 2020.
Julia Roberts, biggest fan. Other way around there.
Julia Roberts is celebrity crush.
Celebrity crush. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Fauci's one of the worst people I know. Do you know? Very hungry. Interesting name. Do you know him personally?
Fauci?
That's what he said. Fauci's one of the worst people I know.
Oh.
Fauci committed no crimes. He saved lives. Hey, if you feel that way, call in and defend your position.
They won't, though. Come on.
They won't. They won't call in. They're too scared to call in and give their opinion.
Too retarded to defend their worldview.
Retarded. Lock his butt up. Robbie the D Ford. Robbie the D Ford. Lock his butt up. Exactly. Yeah, lock it up. Guantanamo Bay. Guantanamo Bay or bust. Alcatraz. Reopen Alcatraz and stick Fauci in Alcatraz. That's my vote. That's my vote. Is that too hard?
The crazies are out tonight, Jeremiah.
Oh, they are. Love it. We love the crazies in the chat. Just don't be vulgar. We will allow you to stay as long as you are not vulgar. Haters, lovers, all of the alike. We're cool. He's a liar. What do you mean? What crime did he commit? He's on record lying. You can't lie to Congress, and his lies cost millions of lives because he's a P.
Talking about his first testimony in front of Congress, right?
His first many testimonies in front of Congress. Yes, yeah. He testified like several times, and Rand Paul ripped him every single freaking time. Now we have his diaries, we have his emails. And we know he was lying.
Apparently, he had a government issued or something issued phone, and we have that now as well.
Yes, we do have
phone
that
he
now
was
as well.
using. Yeah.
We got his cell phone. We got his cell phone, folks. We just have way too many stories to get through. And there's only one way I know that we could possibly get through these headlines. Alex, do you have an idea what that may be?
I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
Well, I think it's time.
Yeah, I think so.
Rapid fire.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our newest segment, Rapid Fire. We are going to get through as many headlines as we possibly can and give you our one-sentence hot takes, basically. Small discussion. If the reason we started doing this segment is because we just always have way too many to get through. And we are going to kick it off with our first story. Pull me up on the screen. Bam. Oh, there we go. Exclusive. Blue State Hospital bows to the DOJ and ends trans procedure for kids. Alex, the third hospital has come to an agreement with the DOJ. And not only are they going to stop transing the kids, they are going to provide a fund to the detransitioners who have regretted their life decisions. And this is a blue state, Connecticut, where this is happening.
Wow.
Yeah.
Big. But they're not transing the kids. This is all just for show, Jeremiah.
Oh, right. Yes. They're stopping something that they weren't doing in the first place, right? At least that's what they will try and tell us. Yeah, so this is fantastic news. 3 down, I'm sure many more to go. If it's happening in blue states, that I think is the biggest victory, because at first, when this all executive order shutting all this down went out, I thought for sure it was only going to be red states, but seeing it in blue states is fantastic. Next story, report FDA just launched a study on the abortion pill. The Trump administration is officially conducting an investigation. And this leads to another headline that I was going to share. The acting attorney general and the one Trump wants to make the permanent position, Todd Blanche, has vowed to stop mifepristone, however you pronounce it, the baby killing drug, has vowed to stop it from going into states that have banned, have some kind of abortion ban. Alex, don't you just hate winning? Is this too much winning, baby?
It might be too much winning. Stop it.
Stop it.
No,
Love it.
This is a huge issue. We've talked about it a bunch on this show. The abortion pill is rapidly replacing a lot of abortion care, as they like to say. But it's easy, it's quick, and it's really untraceable. And they're just going across state lines selling this stuff. So gotta put a stop to it.
Gotta put a stop to it. Next headline, socialist frontrunner in the hot seat after cancel Thanksgiving post emerges online. Look how crazy this lady looks, man. I just can't believe the DSA-backed gubernatorial frontrunner called the holiday colonialism.
She Asian?
Yes, she is. And she's a Democrat socialist. She's also on SSRIs, I do believe. She's depressed, she's ADHD, she's got all the drugs because liberal women can't stop popping them pills. But they're thinking that this shot at wanting to cancel Thanksgiving might cost her she won the primary. It might cost her the governorship of Wisconsin. What do you think? I don't know, man. Cancel Thanksgiving? Is it colonial? Does this lady stand a chance? Is this what all liberal? Are we? Or is Wisconsin in trouble? Keep them coming.
I wish all the Democrats would act like this and more. Just keep saying crazier and crazier things.
Agreed. Yes, bring on the crazy. We love it. Next headline: passengers shocked after gay cruise blocked from ports in Turkey and Egypt. Well, wait a minute, Alex. I thought the Muslims loved the gay community.
Only in America.
What is the
and not for long.
Gays for Gaza or whatever the heck it is, the trans rights or all that like crazy stuff. Like, oh my gosh, are we really shocked here, Alex? Are we really shocked that the Muslims didn't allow the gay cruise into their ports? Like
based?
Also, right? Also based.
Not shocked.
What do you think the real question, do you think that the gays here who support Islam, you think this will be a reality check for them, or do you think
no, absolutely not? No, they're too dumb.
Fair enough. I tend to agree with you. Too low IQ on the totem pole. Next headline, missing
like Brenda, who failed as a man and is now failing as a woman.
You failed at both. You failed at both, Brenda. Missing woman found alive after being stuck in puddle of mud for days. Dude, this woman literally fell into a puddle of mud and was stuck on a trail. Here's a picture of her on the trail where she was off-road. These two dudes who were going off-roading for the day, who never go on this trail, just decided out of the blue, they're like, you know what? We've never been on this one. Let's go down this one, and found this poor woman stuck in a puddle. Alex, I mean, praise God that she got saved, but how out of shape do you have to be for a puddle to trap you for 2 days?
Oh, man, 2 days?
2 days stuck in a puddle, bro. Like,
that's
mosquitoes.
My worst nightmare.
Is it true? Is that your phobia?
About that tonight.
Puddle phobia?
Yeah. Like whenever you were a kid and you heard about quicksand.
Right. I don't know, man. I feel like you got to be really out of shape to be stuck in a puddle. Or maybe it was quicksand. Maybe that puddle was a little something else. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just wild to me. Just wild to me. Next headline. Senate funding deal would block Trump grant reform until December. The bipartisan CR would derail OMB's planned October 1st rollout of safeguards against pro-abortion spending, unlawful DEI, gender ideology. Learn how to speak, Jeremiah. I remember my first time reading, and other misuse of federal grants. I don't understand why this is being blocked. The Senate continues.
They want to use the money for illicit purposes, Jeremiah.
That's the only explanation, dude. That's the only explanation. We have the worst supermajority in the history of America to have a supermajority. The Senate fails at every turn, at every single turn. You can't secure our elections. You can't stop funding for DEI and gender ideology and all that stuff. Like, what are you there for? I hope every single one of them gets primaried, loses their elections. Like, this is ridiculous. I don't know, man. Yeah. What you think that you think the reform will hit in December, or do you think they're just going to kick the can down the road indefinitely?
I'd probably just keep kicking the can, unfortunately. CR this and CR that, you know?
Shameful. Next headline. At least 12 states face cyber attacks on their water systems, sources say. Now, they're wary of blaming Iran for this, even though they are the prime suspect. But in Michigan, one of the states affected, state police said they are monitoring the situation and coordinating with federal partners. The Michigan State Police said they're working with the Department of Environment, Great Lakes Energy Communication, blah, 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 blah. All systems continue to operate safely. Basically, I think it's a little scary that our water supply is being attacked, and we are not being told who is attacking it. They said it's Iran, but mum's the word. I think that is something we need to monitor closely because you're talking about.
What does it mean to get your water systems hacked? Like, were they sending out false alarms? Were they shutting down access? Were they trying to contaminate it?
They were disabling alarms and changing passwords. So if something were to, you're right, they have alarms in these water facilities to where if something's off, something gets contaminated, they get alerted. You shut those off, you'll never know if your water's contaminated. Changing passwords, you can't log in. And, you know, if somebody is in there controlling things, you can't log in to stop them. So I think that is a terrible failure, first of all, that so many facilities are having this happen to them in the first place. I think why is our infrastructure so easily hacked? That's what I want to know. Anything to add on that, Alex?
No, Ohio Patriot says that and the abortion drugs turning up in the water. Yeah, that is bad news. That's a recipe for disaster right there.
That is a recipe for disaster. Next headline, man charged with setting Spokane's largest wildfire was questioned about 2 other blazes last year. There's the meme. He was on our radar. But here's the kicker, Alex. The man was also a convicted murderer. He shot and killed his father and only spent 10 years in prison. The man shouldn't have been out to set
a
blazes.
real David Wood.
I mean, why was he a free man in the first place? That is ridiculous.
That's pretty nuts.
I can't. I don't understand.
Well, see, Jeremiah, nobody's actually morally responsible for the things they do because it all depends on the environment and their level of education. And see, Jeremiah, some people just don't know better. You can't just lock them up.
Oh, that's right. We got to be soft on crime here in America. So, you know, more wildfires can be set. Wildfires are actually good for global warming, I hear. Next headline, Hassan Piker, everybody's favorite communist Muslim, predicts GOP wipeout as Evers cast doubt on Hong's electability. The streamer vowed Republicans would never win in Wisconsin again while campaigning for the DSA-backed Hong, frontrunner Hong, the lady who just won, who's on drugs and wants to cancel Thanksgiving. I don't know, man. Me and you both can't stand Hassan Piker. What is this guy just talking out of his butthole or what?
Yeah, and he's talking out of his butthole to a lot of people who he influences who look up to him for some odd, really strange reason. Because they all just hate Trump. That's what.
That's right. That's right. Okay, and this next one actually made me. This will be our final rapid fire headline of the day. Made me a little angry. OpenAI pays $3.2 million fine to Department of Justice for favoring foreign workers over Americans. Buddy, they fired Americans and hired foreigners. They got busted, and $3.2 million, just a drop in the bucket. What do you think of this ruling? And will this affect future companies from doing the same? Will this prevent?
Why did they favor? What's the issue with it? I'm missing some context here.
Well, let's read. Sure, it could be a slap on the wrist, but a win nonetheless. However, there is a precedent being set here for hiring Americans. The Justice Department's Civil Rights Division announced today that it has secured a combined $3.2 million settlement with OpenAI, the artificial intelligence community. The settlement addresses allegations that both companies violated the Immigration and Nationality Act by discriminating against U.S. workers and instead preferred workers with temporary employment visas when the companies hired and recruited during the permanent labor certification process.
Okay. They're using their own laws against them because these laws were made to say, like, you can't exclusively hire Americans over immigrants because that's racist. And so the DOJ said, yeah, well, you also can't for immigrants over Americans. That's also racist. So I like that they're using their own weapons against them. That's always fun.
Do you think that this will affect companies in the future?
I don't know.
Because 3.2 is a slap on the wrist, right? It's not any
It
big
is.
punishment.
Yeah, but it's a signal. Don't do this. We're not going to treat you well if you do this.
Right? Because like we had just mentioned, right? If we're favoring foreign workers over Americans and Americans aren't getting the jobs, grocery prices go up, we can't afford it, we don't have good jobs. I don't know.
Now, I do think a company like OpenAI isn't hiring immigrants for any nefarious purposes other than they think they're actually the better worker, or they think, well, because OpenAI is a company that's in the fight still. They're not a Facebook, they're not an Amazon, they're not fat and happy. Yes, they have a ton of money right now because of investments, but they're at the fighting edge. Like, these guys worship AI. They live, they breathe. This is all they think about. They think they're going to be the overlords of the new world. They're not taking any slackers on their team. They're not hiring DEI just to fill the pipeline and say, oh, look at how cool we are. They're in the biggest fight our country has ever seen. So I don't think they're hiring people just to hire.
Interesting. I think that they might be able to, I don't know. I mean, you could be right, but to me, it seems that maybe they've been just, again, hiring people that they could pay less.
That could be true too.
By the way,
it wouldn't make sense though, because the reason they got all of this investment money is to hire the best people. It's not to make more money. Right now, they're not in profit mode; they're in growth.
Yeah, that's true. Anyone else having? Is it just me, or is Alex's mic crackling? because your mic's crackling on my end. I don't know if it's my audio or if everybody else is hearing that. Redeemed in Jesus Christ. Welcome to the.
Right?
There we go. Redeemed in Jesus Christ. All joking aside, Islam is evil and from Satan. I agree, my friend.
True.
Thank you for watching. Hit that like button for your boys. That was rapid fire, ladies and gentlemen. I think that might be. I mean, I love the X-Files. I love our headlines, but I do like rapid fire. I don't know. It just gets the music gets me juiced. We're just like plowing through headlines. And like I said, folks, whether you agree with it or not, we do give the best opinions on these subjects.
Objectively speaking.
Objectively speaking. And but if you have, again, call-in show. We it's been weeks since we've had someone brave enough to call in. We have had callers before. Yeah, we've had callers before, and the conversations went fine. We didn't attack anybody. We let people say their piece, even people we disagree with. So, or even if you agree with us, hey man, let's have a bro out. Let's have a bro out session and talk about all the things we agree with. We're totally down to do that as well. The link is pinned in the chats. I will put it on screen as well for those of you watching on the vertical who might not be able to grab that. But yeah, call in and let's see what you have to say. What you have to say. We'd love to hear it. Love to hear it. Alex. All right. So I got 2 possible X-Files. I want to save one for next week just in case I can't find anything. So I'm debating which one to do. I think I'm going to do the sad one. I think I'm going to do the sad one for our X-File today. Well, you know, we can't just start an X-File without.
You hear that?
I think the truth is out there, my friend. By the way, for those of you who've never seen, who are too young to have seen X-Files, highly recommend. You can watch with the family. It's clean. Sometimes it gets a little gross because it deals with like just some far out stuff, but you know, there's no gratuitous sex and it's clean language. So highly recommend. I miss you so much. China mother speaks to AI clone of son killed in accident.
Oh,
now,
man.
As if that headline wasn't heavy enough, just wait till you hear what they're doing to this poor woman. In Shandong Province, China, an elderly mother in her 80s, suffering from heart disease. Okay, so she's not only old, she's suffering from heart disease, lost her only son in a car accident last year. To protect her from the devastating truth, the family turned to artificial intelligence. Wait a minute, to protect her from the devastating truth. With the help of AI developer Zhang Ziwei, I'm pretty sure I butchered that, they created a digital replica of the son using photos, videos, and audio recording.
No way.
Technology today is reshaping human life, blah, 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 blah. The AI son now calls her every day through video chats, speaking in her son's dialect, mimicking his gestures, and responding to her concerns just as he once did, a South China Morning Post reports details. The replica was built using hundreds of photos, videos, audio recordings provided by the family. So the family is to blame for this. The result is a virtual version that looks, sounds, and even moves like the real man. The conversations are crazy. Bro, the conversations are deeply emotional. She often urges him to eat well, wear warm clothes, and stay safe when going out. The AI replies with promises to follow her advice, explaining that he's working in another city and cannot return home yet. In one exchange, the mother says, "You should call me more often so I know whether you live well or not in another city. I am missing you so much. I feel so sorry that I cannot see you in person." This is crazy. The AI responds, "This is insane.
This is abuse.
This is elder abuse." Exactly. I'm glad you said that. This is elder abuse. The AI responds, "Okay, mom, but I'm too busy. You take care of yourself. When I've made enough money, I will return home to pay my filial piety to you." For now, the mother remains unaware that her son is gone. The family believes this gentle lie, there's nothing gentle about this, is the only way to protect her health and keep her spirits alive.
No, it's the only way that you don't have to deal with the problem anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Selfish.
Dude, that is the creepiest thing. But this begs the question, This is hanging. Excuse me. Too much Coke. Coca-Cola. How soon until we see these stories here in the States, right? This is in China, like where maybe, you know, they're a little more experimental with how they do things, I guess.
I guess.
But I'm actually a little shocked that we haven't seen this yet. We're gonna fool elderly people into thinking their children are still alive because they're too old to know the difference. I bet honestly, Alex, if me and you watched that AI son, we could probably tell it was AI.
100%.
But someone in their 80s dying of heart disease, no way that they can tell. And to keep fooling, that is wicked. That is not just bad. That is wicked. Is this? I know you're a staunch defender of AI, my friend, but you know, do tell me.
It's a tool,
right?
And this tool will be used for
how do
worse
we
and worse evil than we've ever seen before.
Okay, so how do we stop that? Do we just, like, when we read stories like that, do we go find the lady and be like, they're lying to you, your son is dead? Like, are we gonna have to count on good Samaritans to like blow the lid off this crap?
No, people are going to be abused, and people are going to get hurt.
Okay.
People are going to get scammed. They're going to fall in love with something that just wants their money. Which, I mean, that's been happening forever anyway. So
I mean, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the old people now are screwed. Where we might have a fighting chance of growing old with the technology. Maybe
a fighting chance, he says.
Yeah. Listen, this stuff's moving so fast. Our overlord Elon Musk, resident trillionaire, said that money won't matter in 2036.
Money won't matter? Like, what does that even mean? What is that?
In the most charitable way, he's saying that all basic goods and services will be so extremely cheap that they'll basically be free, and money will only be used for transacting of things that don't matter, such as collectibles and luxuries.
I don't know how he came to that conclusion.
Well, he thinks he's going to build billions of Optimuses within the next 10 years.
10 years. So I'll be 50. You're telling me now, when you say Optimus, we're talking like Transformer, Optimus Prime?
The Tesla robot humanoids.
The Tesla robot humanoids. Okay. And they are going to cause the grocery bills to come down and the housing
market
to
man the
come
farms.
down,
They're going to build the houses. They're going to maintain and take care of all of the properties. They're going to do all of our chores for us. Our cars are going to act as taxis on our behalf. So then when we're not using them, they're generating income. Musk has big dreams for America.
That is quite the dream, I will say. Real quick, James, I someone in the chat give me a reminder on these executive orders regarding citizenship. I know we did have some birthright citizenship, and for some reason it's slipping me, but there was birthright citizenship news today as far as executive orders goes, which I'm sure some crackpot judge will stop. But someone in the chat remind me what that was. Bill Wildman, America was never great. Well, hey, man, you know, South Korea and North Korea, and China aren't that far away. I hear it's nice this time of year.
Yeah.
You know, they were great, you know, in the Mongol times. So why don't you go there where it used to be great then? I mean, I'm sure Kim Jong-un would love to have you. I'm sure he would treat you like royalty as soon as you step foot on soil. But yeah, those executive orders, someone find those for me. But I don't know, man. I can see, but yeah, those robots will be doing all those things. But we know what's the cost of the robots, and to keep them running, is that going to be cheaper?
Infinitesimally small.
Yeah, I mean, what do they
cost
cost now?
to
What do they
hire
cost now?
Well, they're going to drop at about $30K.
Okay. Well, I can tell you that mowing my yard doesn't cost $30,000. Maintaining my property, maybe over my lifetime, might cost $30,000.
No, well, it depends if you already pay someone or not, right?
Well, and it depends on what needs done as well. Just general upkeep.
But when the business owner who has 20 employees that he pays $1 million a year, right? 50 grand a year per employee, say, when he buys 20 Optimus robots for $600,000 once, how much more profit is on the table for that guy?
Run that
Now,
scenario.
All right. And let's say a cleaner, right? So cleaning businesses, commercial cleaning, you go clean offices, notoriously hard. Very slim margins. You need tons of revenue to actually make good money. Let's call it 10% margins net. So you need, you might pay an employee 50 grand a year and they might only generate you $75,000 for that year. It's a very small margin business. So let's say you have these 50,000, you're paying each employee $50,000. It's $1 million a year. Now you have these robots, and instead of paying them yearly, you're paying 30 grand one time. Let's say $3 grand a year to maintain them each, right? 10% of the cost to maintain them. Your labor cost in a business like that is all the cost, basically, because the chemicals you're using to clean don't cost much. So your gross margin went from 10% to 75% with these robots. Now, for the first person, prices don't change. He just makes more money, right? Then the second company comes in. They offer the same service at a cheaper rate. And the other and this is competition and capitalism, and it grinds it down until there's a normal, risk-adverse type of profit margin there, and everything will be cheaper, or at least this company will. So now instead of paying $300 to clean your office, you pay $100. And that happens across
I see what you're saying. I was looking at it from the standpoint of why would it be advantageous for me to buy the robot when
you'll eventually have one just for house chores.
But barring something catastrophic, it's not going to cost me $30,000 to upkeep my home most of the time, right? Over the course of my lifetime, it might. But if why would I drop $30,000 on a robot now? Why don't I have it made? Because I can afford a maid.
Okay. Why don't you have someone who drives you around?
Can't afford it. Yeah.
Someone to cook for you. Someone to.
Well, my wife does that. Yeah.
But all these stuff, you may not think that you'll need it now. Like, well, I go without that stuff anyway. But if it costs, what if instead your neighbor has a robot and you want to use it? You can't afford, say, the 30 grand to buy one, but your neighbor has one, and you're like, oh, man, dude, I'll throw you $20. Have your robot come over and mow my lawn. You know what I mean? Like, seriously.
Okay. Well, hey, as long as the robot isn't pretending to be me to fool my mother into thinking I'm still alive,
or hitting on your wife.
You're right, or hitting on my wife, because he's probably more muscular than me and looks younger. In fact, I don't want human skin suits on these robots ever.
No.
Like, they just make them all look like robots always, so that you can tell that they're robots.
Now, what do you think about the Neo robot? Is the same thing as a Tesla, kind of different company, but and they're not going autonomous right away. They're starting off remote controlled.
Nope.
So so you're gonna pay some dude in the Philippines $6 an hour to man your robot to clean your house.
No, I won't. I won't. Someone will. Someone will be doing that, but it won't be me. It won't be me. That's for sure. That's well. Hey, Bill, hold on, man. Let's get to these chats here real quick. Why does America bring gun while fishing? So he gets the entire school. Hey, man, if you want to defend, hey, call in, buddy. Call in. This is a call-in show. There's a link pinned. Call in and defend Europe and hate on America, and we'll see how that goes for you. Yeah. Honesty for real. How do we use?
Don't say anything. I'll get you arrested.
Right. Yeah. If I go to Europe and I pray silently in my head outside of abortion clinic, I'll be in prison. by the way, enjoy Sharia law. How do we use the Second Amendment against these communist tyrants without actually shooting anyone? Unfortunately, honesty for real, you got to wait for them to shoot at you first. Self-defense is the only way. Ohio Patriot got me the Trump ended birthright tourism and birthright citizenship if neither parent is U.S. citizen with qualifiers. Okay, we did talk about birthright tourism a few weeks ago on this show, and how it's crazy that China is got a booming industry of popping babies out here and then sending them back to China to be raised as communists. Okay.
Can you do that with an executive order though? Or is he just throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping a meatball sticks?
That's a great question. We probably should have covered this story to figure it out. But no, he can do that. But of course, I'm just waiting for the judge, the liberal progressive judge, to stop it. And then we'll go to court again. And then we'll go to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court will have to rule on it sometime next year, probably, which is ridiculous. Like the fact that, and I've mentioned this before on my own show and on this show, the judicial branch of our government is supposed to be the smallest, least powerful branch. Like, like they don't act that way anymore. It's absolutely insane.
No, they don't, do they?
No, they don't. Bill, I guess Bill doesn't want to call in. He doesn't want to call in and bash America and defend Europe. I'm all for it, Bill. I mean, the link is pinned for you to jump on there, buddy. Call in from Europe. But yeah, those executive orders are huge. If anyone wants to call in and has opinions on any of the stuff we talked about today, we are open for a few more minutes before we wrap up. Alex, what do you got going on your channel recently?
Nothing quite yet. I am working on dropping some. I want to do daily videos, basically breaking news, debates, debate reviews, political commentary, stuff like that. So that will be dropping, just nothing quite yet. How about you, brother?
Awesome. I've been slow on my channel the last week. So look for something next week to drop for sure. It will probably be my boy Matt Walsh, doing some reactions on him. I'm also, even though it's not going to be until September, I am preparing for my own debate, my very first debate, which will be live on my channel.
Heck yeah, brother.
I know Alex has been dying to get me into a debate. I finally decided to do it. So on Monday, I believe I set it for Monday, September 14th, will be the date of that. So I've been preparing for that, but no, just trying to get some action on my channel, as far as, and if anybody from this chat wants to jump over to my channel, and I'm always looking for, like, what does the audience want? Because I got some great interviews that I've done. I've got a lot of good biblical, looking at politics through the lens of scripture on all kinds of political topics. Andrew Wilson, Matt Walsh, Ben Shapiro, I've reacted to all of them saying things that may or may not be biblical. But what does the audience want to see? I don't know. You jump on and tell me what you think, you might like to see on my channel, because I'm open to doing stuff like that. But James, I hope you're right, buddy. I hope that the Supreme Court, I hope there's nothing that can be done, no rulings can be made, and everything is easy peasy lemon squeezy, so we can save this country, baby. But that's all I got for us today. God bless each and every single one of you. We will see you here next Thursday on the #1 political commentary show on Thursday nights at 9:45, where one host has a flag, one host has a library, with the objectively best opinions you'll ever hear in your life.
Good night. God bless.